It's Terrible Tuesday. Okay, imagine you've never heard of Catwoman at all. Not even a little bit. You are given the name Catwoman, not even her other name, and you are given one picture of her and told to make a movie about her. You would probably still make a more accurate movie than this. It begins with a montage about the history of cats. I'm a huge cat guy in general, and this film even had me going, this is just too much about cats, which is incredible. I mean, it is perhaps the dumbest idea that a major studio has come out with this century. Like, to go, oh, there's not been a major Batman film in years. Why don't we take a Catwoman film that is only a Catwoman film in name and spend $100 million making it? While completely, brutally alienating the comic book audience who would actually watch this and trying to sell everybody else in the idea of a literal cat woman. I mean, my God. Catwoman stars Halle Berry as Selina. Nope, couldn't even do the name, huh? Jesus. Okay, Patience Phillips. What the fuck is that? And she's not cool or, played as attractive, even though she still looks like Halle Berry. There's nothing different about her. Like, she cuts her hair halfway through, which is supposed to make her look better and arguably isn't an upgrade or a downgrade, really. But yeah, she's just this nervous, silly lady. She works at a advertising agency, but they report to this beauty company, which is melting people's faces off with their new cream, and nobody at the FDA noticed that. Nobody has noticed that. It literally melts people's faces off, like turns them into, like makes them look like zombies if they use, or like if they stop using it. And somehow they've kept this under wraps long enough to get it out to the public. What was their plan once it went public? I don't know. It doesn't matter. So after uncovering this conspiracy, Halle Berry is literally murdered by being drowned in shit. Like, she goes into the waste disposal to escape, and they drown her in the waste. She's drowned in shit, and the joke there writes itself. And then she washes up on an island full of magical cats who resurrect her. And give her powers like loving milk, like a cat does. Being incredibly agile, like a cat is. Always landing on her feet, like a cat does. Loving leather and whips. And being an incredibly good basketball player. What kind of cat do the writers of this have? The thing is, there was buried, like, deep in here, a very interesting psychological horror film about Sharon Stone, like, hitting a certain age and then finding out that she can't be the beautiful face of her company anymore and, like, raging against her husband. Like, that whole thing, that could have been... Well, actually, it would be the substance. That's just the substance, yeah. But instead, we get a lot of CGI cats that look a little scary, giving Halle Berry powers so that she can, yeah, literally. I feel like every early naughty superhero, the scene where they find out the extent of how strong and fast and wonderful they are now, it's always by playing basketball. And this film is a lot about basketball. They make, even after the big basketball scene, they make a lot of basketball references throughout it, like... non-stop. Weird. And the actual plot is mostly about her trying to juggle a new identity crisis with job troubles and trying to date a new guy. So it's like people went, oh, what if Sex in the City, but with 10% more superhero stuff? And that's what they made. Like, they didn't know how to make a female-led superhero film yet. I mean, if you try to remove yourself from the equation of caring about the comics, this still just isn't a good film. I don't think it is, like, the worst film of the century or anything. People set it up like that, and I think it's perfectly described by so bad it's funny. This is, a lot of the time people say, oh, it's like that, and I'm like, no, it's just that bad. This I actually thought was so bad it was funny. It was kind of enjoyable to watch at times. It is pretty rough. Like, it just doesn't have a lot going on. She doesn't actually, like, go fight people a lot, like, or anything. It just isn't really an action film, arguably. It is kind of a investigative, conspiracy type thriller film more than anything else. And then there's, like, a couple of fight scenes, but the big fight with Sharon Stone at the end, even, like, Sharon Stone doesn't know how to fight, and she doesn't really fight her that well. Like, it does just leave you with a lot of questions, because she does, like, all the things that cats do, but she doesn't, like, sleep for 18 hours a day. Or, there is a scene where it's shown that she really hates, like, the rain, and we never once see her, like, obviously, like, cleaning herself, but, like, does she just lick her entire body clean instead of taking a shower? I don't... Anyway, I'm giving you cat to be kidding me 1 star. Oh, you like that one? How about cut the catitude? Stop stressing me out. That it's good, right? No, yeah, no, it's terrible. But hey, Terrible Tuesday. The channel members vote, and we do terrible things. We review terrible films. So why don't you vote on the next poll by getting a channel membership?